Hey guys, Folk here, and welcome to another FIFA 21 player review. And today, guys, I'm reviewing the 86 rated Manchester City Player Moments SBC John Stones. And at 6 PM, when I saw that this was the only content for today, I was glad that we got a player SBC, but I was thinking, John Stones, really? Is that much to get excited about? And on paper, it isn't. But the more I looked at this card, at his base stats, his in-game stats, what he required to complete his SBC, it just got better and better and better, to the point where I thought, I've got to do this SBC, use him, and give my thoughts to you guys on how good he is. And he is fantastic in game. This card, as far as Premier League centre-backs go, right up there. He's up there with Virgil van Dijk. He's up there with Joe Gomez. Rule breakers Laporte. He is absolutely brilliant. And if you're running a Premier League team, I would recommend you doing him. Because I think he's absolutely fantastic. And to complete his SBC, it cost me 20,000 coins. I had lots of other stuff already in the club. 3 games, 0 goals, and 0 assists. 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot as well, getting into his in-game stats. Some of his in-game stats are superb for a centre-back. 88 interceptions, 90 stand tackle, 87 defensive awareness, 90 reactions as well. I also had the anchor cams that apply to him. And he has the one player trait of long throwing, which is a little bit weird because I've never seen him take a throw-in ever, but maybe, I don't watch Manchester City week in, week out, so maybe he does, but I'm pretty certain I've never even seen him take a throw-in, never mind have a long throw-in trait, but bit useless for a centre-back, but there you go anyway. But this card's fantastic, and recently in my team, I bought the foot headliners for Fabinho, reviewed him. He was, his card was decent in game, lacked a little bit in pace of thoughts. I think this card, first of all, when you compare them on base stats and then in-game stats, this card, for the most part, I think apart from passing, I think Fabinho's got better passing and better shooting, but shooting doesn't realistically matter too much on a centre-back, and obviously just had a little bit of passing. But apart from that, John Stones has actually got better stats overall and plays even better than Fabinho in-game. Is cheaper as well, of course, is an untradeable card in return, and technically Fabinho could get upgrades, but based on Liverpool's performance yesterday against Southampton, it's very unlikely that Liverpool will get 4 consecutive wins anytime soon. And in terms of, Fabinho going to get like a team of the week or whatever to get upgrades as well, that also looks kind of unlikely just because we're in really, really difficult form at the moment. So I thought, I'm going to cash out on Fabinho now, do this John Stones SBC. I think it's just a better move for me to be able to go for, and I'm glad that I've done that because John Stones in game is fantastic. His pace, first of all, as a centre-back, is very, very impressive. 77 overall pace, only 72 acceleration. I wanted to improve that a little bit, and Lincoln Kemstyle does that. His acceleration goes from 72 up to 77. His sprint speed goes from 81 to 86. He is quick. I think what makes him feel even quicker is because his dribbling stats for a centre-back are actually really, really good. Having 77 agility and 70 bounce on a centre-back, and 75 dribbling as well, is very, very impressive. So I felt even quicker than the 77 overall pace, but he can keep up with opposition players, he can catch up to them. So, pace-wise, he's absolutely fantastic. No complaints there whatsoever. Big upgrade as well on Fabinho, who have been using his tackling stats as well. Tackling superb. Listen to this. He's got 87 side tackle. That goes up to 97 with the anchor cam. So the stand tackle goes from 90 up to 99. His interceptions, heading accuracy, defensive awareness all go into the mid-90s as well, which is fantastic. His slide tackling and stand tackle in particular are very, very impressive. Very solid in that back line. When using this card, I was able to get promotion to Division 2. Very, very happy with that. And I think that he definitely made a difference. I think using Fabinho, the more that I use that Fabinho card, and listen, I don't want this just to be a comparison video between Fabinho and John Stones, but I'm trying to explain to you guys my thinking of why this card is so good, because when I have Fabinho, don't get me wrong, he was fine, but I think, John Stones comes in and all of a sudden I go on a run and I get promotion to Division 2, and I think he 100% helped that. Like the back four in general just felt so much more settled with Fabinho. At times it felt a little bit of a mess, and I think that kind of came down to the fact that Fabinho just isn't quite naturally suited as a centre-back. He needs to be played as a CDM realistically, but his tackling was fantastic. His passing as well is obviously very good. 87 short passing, 82 long passing, 73 vision. He can play the ball very, very well at the defense area, so that was obviously very good as well. Physicality wise, he's fine. 84 strength, that goes up to 94. His aggression goes from 85 to up to 90. He's certainly not weak, but at the same time, would I say he felt like he had 94 in-game strength? Probably not, although I didn't really have to rely on his strength too much because he was always consistent in being able to make the tackles. But there's not enough for me to say on how much I've used, and there's not enough to say whether I think his physicality is amazing. It certainly isn't bad. He's certainly not weak, but is he amazingly strong? I'm not too sure on that one yet. But on the whole, I think in terms of what this SBC requires, I 100% think he's worth doing. He's absolutely fantastic. And I also think for the amounts of links that he's got available and the stats that he has, yes, he can't get upgrades, but I think it's just a top card. Despite only being 86 rated, I think he's absolutely fantastic. And I think if you've got a Premier League team, I would 100% consider doing him because I think he would be an upgrade to your team, unless you've already got like a Virgil van Dijk and... I mean, I think if you got Virgil van Dijk, I mean, I would say that this card is better than Rule Breakers Laporte. I think he's better than Joe Gomez. Is he better than Van Dijk? Maybe not. I think him and Van Dijk, so Stones and Van Dijk, become the two best centre-backs in the Premier League, in my opinion, and I have both of them now in the team, and I'm very, very happy about that. So on the whole, is this SBC worth doing? 100% yes, he is fantastic. Anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this player review, and I'll see you guys later.